Good evening. It's Norma Cowie for another evening of mental mind treatments. Oh, well, didn't get much sleep last night, but I understand that many people are not sleeping very well. So I thought I'd sleep during the day, and guess what? It seemed like I had a busy day. So I, if I am a little not here, that's why. Um, I'm just I don't know. There's just so much going on for Christmas and things happening and people coming and going and getting. I know I have some phone calls I need to make, and I'm sure some of you do also. Uh, it's an interesting time of the year. And with us right here, very cold, hot, windshields hot. It's not pleasant outside. A little bit of snow. It's supposed to be snowing again soon. So yeah, it's an interesting time. This getting ready just before the big day, which will be on Sunday, which reminds me to say there will be no Sunday thought this week and possibly even next week. It depends. I've got company coming and I've decided it would be a good time to take some holidays. I'm already booking appointments into next year. 2023 sounds so funny to say that in 2023. And I just want to welcome some people who've already tuning in here. Marion, thank you. I just want to see what she has tonight. I'm ready for tonight's healing. She is always there doing her wonderful work along with me. Thank you so much for so much love and blessings to you. Bless you. Thank you. You're so appreciated too. And my dear friend Marae, good evening. Norma, good evening to you, my dear. You have been missed as you're being busy. Our other friend Kayla flew off to Thailand last night, just after midnight. And I've been sending good thoughts for her traveling to the foreign land. I think she's away 10 days and we'll be back again. So, yeah, people are traveling, going here, there, enjoying the Christmas time period. And Karen is here. Hi, Norma. I would love a treatment to feel the spiritual nature of this holiday. It's funny. I was just reading on Wednesday. I'm presenting a little bit changed form of an original Christmas story I wrote in 2010. At that time, it had carols with it. So it was like in a church, in a spiritual service. So we had, but now that they don't have the CDs attached to the computers and I can't seem to make my other thing work, who knows? It's still a couple of days away, so I might be able to make it work. I haven't been able to make it do what I want it to do yet. So I'm feeling a little frustrated with that. But in the meantime, the story's coming together. I'm altering it a little bit, not much, just a few words here and there, because times changed a little bit. And I want it to be a little more, what can I say, effective. Last year, I read a story that I had written, the last story I had written regarding Christmas. I kind of like doing that. I don't do it for Easter. I usually do something else. But anyway, here we are. Here's my pen. Here's my pad. And thank you very much, Jerry Jason. That's very nice of you. So I'm coming to you in just a second. Thank you, good woman. Oh, that's pleasant. Peace be with you always. Thank you. Happy holidays. Yes, happy holidays. Being quite happy right now. I've got things happening already, which is kind of nice. Now, let's see with Karen. The Christmas spirit, right? To feel the spiritual nature of the holidays. Kind of sometimes difficult because if you listen to the radio or lots of advertising for goods to buy and Boxing Day sales and things like that. But the real essence of Christmas, and I hope you are able to tune into Wednesday because I like to be able to give a little bit of this metaphysical viewpoint of the Christmas story. Anyway, so let's just see what we get here for Karen. I know there is one power and one essence that is in all things. And I also know that as I speak my word for Karen, that The light within myself grows as I contemplate the essence of change. Solstice is in a couple of days. In fact, one, I think, tomorrow for us here. And in that is the change of light. And if we concentrate on that change of moving from wintertime into, even though it doesn't feel like spring yet, knowing that the sun will begin its journey back northward as it comes back into the northern hemisphere, as the whole essence of the beingness of light, because love and light are synonymous. Light representing the essence of what we would, whether we call it God or whatever you want to call that, is there. But it's the recognition that light is needed at this time where we live here in the north, because it's very dark early. It's very, this year in particular, it's very cold. It's snowing. It's not what you would call great for moving around and getting places. And yet, that spirit of the light, knowing that the sun is now beginning to come northward, knowing that the light is showing onto this planet, wherever we are anyway, is to really concentrate on that. That deep inside of us, there is a bulb of light, which we could call love, universal love force, and we can breathe into that and allow that to grow through our bodies, allow it to move into a place of being aware, so that peace and love and joy that is talked about in the Christmas spirit is very much alive for self and for those that you meet and know, for friends, family, and whoever. And not getting caught up in the divisions or the different ideals, whether they be political or social or this or that or the other, but knowing we are one. We're humans bonded together by love, light, peace, joy, and ringing of light and bells and essence of being. Unlock that within you. Unlock that deep inside where you can't see where I'm going, right down into the bulk of your body, right where your stomach is, where your solar plexus is. Allow that light to expand, to grow, to go beyond, to feel the letting go and not be put into the worry and the concern, but allowing your mind to feel the relaxation of the light and love that exists just all year round. But this is the time when we can appreciate the lights that are going on in people's homes, the lights that come on out right now to represent that beautiful time period that we call Christmas. Happy New Year is coming, but Christmas is where the essence of light, because solstice is right before it. The sun returns, and you are an embodiment of that. You are your own light. You light yourself. And so the holiday spirit of oneness, the holiday spirit of enjoyment, to make choices that increase your awareness, that increase your lovingness of who you are. There is light, there is love in all things. And as I speak my word for Karen right now, I know there's many others who listen to this, know that they can also begin to do those things that make them feel alive, that bring joy to them, to do what sometimes the simplest little thing can just open up that love essence that is there waiting to be sprung. I give thanks in the knowing that Karen and many others are opening up to the beautiful love vibration that exists, so they can radiate the spirit of Christmas. They can radiate the spirit of what Christmas means. They can radiate the beingness of aliveness in this planet right now. I give thanks for this as I release this thought, knowing it is true for Karen. Holiday spirit is beyond you, even getting my words mixed up here, is right here, right now, for Karen and for everybody else who chooses it. It's a choice. allow it to come in and be with one. And I release this thought by saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. Okay. Oh, I love you, Kara. I love what she said. Thank you. I'm not even finished. And she's got, thank you. You touched on many things I've been thinking about yet again. Well, I appreciate you. I did send you an email, by the way, today, too. So just want you, if you haven't looked at it, yes. I'm just going back here up to the thing again. Thank you, Jerry Jason. And then you wrote also, I like your good energy. Happy blessings. You know what you send to someone else comes back to you. So I also want to send wonderful blessings. Now there's a Melissa Bobby. Yeah. Bubble. Sorry. I wish the print was just that little bit bigger. Hi, Norma. I'm so glad to finally be able to catch a live. Me too. I have been struggling with migraines and feel I have tried everything to relieve them. Could you please do a mental mind treatment for me? Migraines. There was a time when I had those as well. So I understand the pain and the horror of them. Okay. So this is for Melissa. Just want to put a little note in my book. And knowing that there is one power and one essence, and I know that as I speak my word, it is done. I speak my word for Melissa. As I speak to my word for Melissa, I know that the stress and strain that I carry in my upper shoulders up into the back of my head does cause tremendous stress and pain. And the acknowledgement of that, first of all, is necessary from what I see here in order for it to begin to relax. It's almost like right up the back, right coming from the backbone up into the head. And if I feel the essence of knowing that the light of love and relaxation are trusting not only of self, but of life itself. The knowing that no matter what the issue is, that there is a resolution, that there is solving, there is an ending, there is a letting go, the ability to let go, the ability to be able to breathe in strength and power of being, which is love. It's like allowing love to drip like a drop. It's like a tap that's got a drip, but it's like allowing the love to drip in. Sometimes people get overwhelmed when they connect into the universal love force. It's too much. They don't know how to handle it. They don't know what to do. Instead of feeling empowered, they feel less than. And so it's as though the dripping of the love, the letting go, the relaxing, the letting go, the willingness to take off the yoke of responsibility, to put it down. There's a saying somewhere there, you take it off and put it down. Some people talk about handing things over, handed over. But it's by the dripping, the allowing, the acceptance of universal love into the light, into the life, into the beingness, and letting go of having to figure it all out and be responsible. This is a case of over responsibility. All things is, it's like we have choice. And when we tighten, when we carry so much, not only for our own, but others, it just brings this tremendous tension through the back of the neck and into the head. And so it's hard for them to stop. So I want you to imagine, as I speak my word right here, right now, can be your favorite color, to feel it dripping in through the top of your head and just going down to the back of your neck and into the top shoulders. This love that takes away the stress and strain, gives you more faith that things will work, faith that there is light and there is love, that you are loved beyond measure. But you need to take it slowly. And I think that's part of this is recognizing we need we don't want a flood coming in, because then you feel overpowered and you lose your footing. It's got to be slow, like a drip from a tap of love and light. And you can use your color, your favorite color, to let go of that burden that you carry. No more burdens. Give your burdens, let them disappear, let them unwind, let them relax, let them, yeah, let's give them up actually. But we got to take it step at a time. It's learning to look at life differently. Some people call it reframing how you perceive life. To me, it's letting go the burden of responsibility, especially for others, and allow yourself to grow strong in such a way that there's light and love and essence as it moves through. I give thanks and knowing for Melissa that there is and can be an ending of through allowingness, allowing it to penetrate as you let go, and allow clarity and awareness of new things and new awarenesses. There is light, there is love, there is essence. And as I speak my word, I say thank you, thank you, thank you to the great divine, and let it go, because I know the universal love is there. And I know that by letting go, things work really, really, really well. I give thanks in this by saying, and so it is. Amen. Okay. Now, thank you, Melissa. She's written, you are spot on with the tension in my neck. Wow. Yeah, well, that's what comes. So I can only speak the word as I see it and move from there. I'm glad you enjoyed that. You can, and there's one thing, you can always go back and listen to it again too. And I've got my paper from everywhere else. So I think I've caught everybody. I really appreciate you coming on live and putting in your comments. And I really, really, really appreciate that. And I'm just going to go to my paperwork here. Okay, first person I'm going to speak my word for is Miss C. And sometimes we have the same initials, but I think we'll be okay today. I know there is one power and there is one light as I speak my word for Miss C. And as I speak my word for Miss C, I know the relief that goes on within my heart, as though some old sorrows, very old, they're so old that they just, yeah, like an old, I don't know, what's all screwed up anyway. And it's just allowing it to drift off and be at peace in the present moment of knowing that there's love and light and ease and grace, and a letting go of the old hurts and pains and resentments and guilt and all those things that go in to make these little, it reminds me of tubes of, flowers, plants. Some of them are tubular and they get all funny and when they're out of the dirt and just left and they can dry up. Those need to be gone from the system. And I see here, there is a letting go, there is a blossoming, there is a beautiful flower beginning to emerge with faith and love and trust. I give thanks in this. I give thanks in knowing that it is done and that Miss C is going to see things so differently as all this tightness that has been deep down within the body releases and lets go. And the old saying is a new day. Yeah, it's a new day because a new year is coming too. But it's a new day, a new life, a new way. I give thanks for this as I release this by saying, and so it is. Okay, now, next one is for a Mr. Male, Mr. J. I know there is one power, one love, and one light. And I know that when things are dark and we cannot see light, that sometimes the light will come in little glimmers. And as it comes in little glimmers, it's like it begins to slowly erode, take away, dissolve, whatever word you want to use for it, the darkness, where there's no hope and there's no sense of being, no awareness of life and light and knowingness. And it's like being aware that there is hope. There is a glimmer. It's a glimmer. It's only a glimmer. It's just little, but it's there. And it's like and then each one has choice. And as I see here from Mr. J, it says choice to choose, to hang on to the light and let it grow as he breathes into it, accepts it, and recognize that he is worthy of love, and letting go of all the pain and the anxiety and the frustration that has held him in this position. I give thanks in knowing there is light and love and that it is available. But as always, one has to be willing to breathe it in, to reach out for it. So it's first acknowledgement of the light. The second is to allow it in. And so I now state that this is available to be able to be brought in. And I give thanks in the knowingness that that is available and it is there, such a little glimmer, but it's a glimmer and it's enough to allow to come in to start changing the vibration. And in that, I truly, truly say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. Okay. A dear friend of ours that's traveling, she asked me if I would do a mental mind treatment for her today. So that's for those of you who've come often, that's Kayla. So as I speak my word for Kayla with love and light, there's an element of this journey that you're on is to be healthy, relaxed, and to enjoy every aspect of the holiday. It's like opening up your arms to life, opening up your arms, yes, to family, but also opening your arms up to differences and flowing like a river, just gentle river, not a rough river, gently, to flow with it, to allow the whole essence to be widened and deepened and by everything that's happening, by staying healthy, relaxed, that enjoyment of change and newness and awareness. It just brings an enlivenment into the spirit. The spirit thickens. It's like a quickening of awareness of absolute love and feeling like you're in the middle of a lotus flower. It's like, here I am. And it's like you're the lotus, you're the flower, you're the beingness. And I give thanks in knowing that that experience is there for you to be received and know, yes, I am one, I am healthy, I'm relaxed, and I know that I am where I need to be right now at this moment, every moment of the day. I give thanks in knowing this as I release this by saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. Okay. I'm going to speak my word now for Miss L. As I speak my word for Miss L, I know that the acceptance and love of self grows. It's like a little light, like a little pilot light. And the thought that I am good enough and I am loved for me is sort of foreign in here. And yet the light wants to grow. It wants to breathe. It wants to grow in essence and be accepted and felt and known. The acceptance that you are worthy is one of the toughest points often in a person's growth into the love vibration. to accept that you are worthy to receive this love, to accept the essence of how it moves in knowing that you can move beyond it, where there have been dreams that can be realities with such ease, by accepting and recognizing that this is who you are, that the love, that little pilot light of love, that as it grows and you recognize your worthiness and you accept the worthiness, there is a matter of just being. I call it beingness, but the beingness of who you are, the essence of who you are, the acceptance of who you are. And I know from Miss L, by taking this little light and breathing into it and appreciating her worthiness, I am worthy, it all begins to unfold in a whole new way. I give thanks in the knowing this. I give thanks in recognizing the acceptance and loving of self is just a matter of breath, awareness, and acceptance fully that there is worth. I am worthy. And so it is, as I release this, knowing it's true. It's done. And I give thanks for that. Take a breath now. I'm going to have a little drink, sip of water as well. Next one is, I've got two M's here in a row, but I know who they are. So it's like, I speak my word for Miss M. As I speak my word for Miss M, the main essence here is clarity of purpose. The letting go of being over-responsible. That sounds familiar. I don't know where I maybe said that thing like this for somebody already. The ability of being, the letting go of over-responsibility, the letting go of feeling that nobody loves you or cares for you, like nobody cares. And yet you've cared for everybody else. When you give everything to everybody else, there's very little left to get in. How does anything come in when you always are giving out? It's like when you're pouring water from a tap into a glass of water, it's only when you stop the tap that you could maybe add something, whatever. But if it just, you can't. So in other words, what I'm saying, when you pour your energy out, expecting the same result that you're pouring to come back in, it isn't going to work because there's no room for anything to come in. That's why we talk balance. That's where we become aware of a balancing. We give and we receive an equality in an equal element. Otherwise, what happens? We're just like that tap pouring out water, and then all of a sudden there's nothing left, and we think nobody cares about who I am and what I'm going through. So it's like recognizing clarity of your purpose is to be balanced, to allow others to do for you, and maybe not give everything away, but to honor you, to appreciate you, to give you the sense of who you are. There is one love and one light in each of us, and we must honor that. Yes, we give. Yes, but we don't give to the point where there's nothing left for us. There's nothing to build on because it's all been given away. So I know in this moment that the clarity of purpose of self-survival, self-awareness, self-love, self-worthiness, self-awareness is paramount. And I give thanks in knowing that Miss M is breaking through the old patterning. And I give thanks in the knowing of this. I give thanks of knowing that the outpouring begins to stop and the allowing in begins to come. Give thanks. And I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. As I release this. Okay. Next one is for another Miss M. And I know that in the one power and the one essence, that health and well-being on all levels is occurring always. And it's a matter of just changing sometimes a viewpoint, changing verbiage, changing how we think, sometimes just a little bit. And all of a sudden, our health and our well-being improves. I know that the light of love is there always for us. And as we move with that and begin to take that to different parts of our physical body, that our body begins to respond, that the light and the love and the well-being of who we are begins to reflect the essence of all things. There is light and love in every cell of our body. The key is to ignite all those cells, to allow them to come into balance, to come into health, come into well-being, so that every level, no matter where, it is absolutely in alignment of being. So the radiation, excuse me, of the love goes into the cells of the physical body, goes into those places. So we look at where we think, we look at what we state. What are we reinforcing the body to be? What are we reinforcing how the body is going to be? And we allow the essence of the change to bring in light to every cell, to reactivate every cell, no matter where it is in the body, for health and well-being on every level. I give thanks in this knowingness. I give thanks in knowing this is how it works. I give thanks in knowing that all things are possible at any given time regarding our health and well-being. And I release this thought knowing that it is true for each and every person, including myself, by saying, and so it is. Amen. That was one of those ones that, yes, I have to remember myself sometimes that. Okay, what have I got here? Oh, right. Mr. K. I like it when I've got some men in here. Thank you, you men who've been saying nice words here. I know there is one power in one light, and as I speak my word for Mr. K, I know that movement forward is easy. It's like putting one step in front of the other and knowing that where the foot lands is well supported. It reminds me of a lesson I learned many, many years ago when I was doing a Buddhist walk meditation, when we were taught how to walk very slowly. And I found as I walked barefooted on the grass, as I slowly put my foot down, my foot sort of sank a bit, just minusculely, and then it was propelled, it was supported up and out. And that's when I realized fully that the earth supported me being here, that the earth loved me being here, that it was willing to move me forward. And this is how I feel here for Mr. K, is that movement forward is knowing that you are supported in every action that you do, that every step that you take, that you are on the direction of where you're moving and where you're going. I give tremendous thanks, not only for the memory for myself to remember that, but also to know that Mr. K is finding that essence, that movement forward that is supported by the love of the universe, by the way the earth also welcomes him in all that he does. I give thanks in this, knowing this as I release this thought, knowing it is done. And I say, and so it is. Amen. I've got one here for Miss J. Just want to make sure we're all okay here. I think I answered everything pretty well. Don't think there's some very nice comments. I appreciate you, those comments, especially Jerry. Thank you so much. Okay, this is for Miss J. I know there is one power in one essence in all things. I also know that for Miss J, that clarity regarding relationships and directions is just letting go of all the 20,000 thoughts that go on as you try to figure everything out. It's kind of like really listening to your inner heart. Listen to what your inner heart says quietly. Get out of the head into the heart. Forget what your head is saying. Oh, yeah, but I like this, but I don't like this, and I like that, and I don't like that. And because all it does is make chaos. But it's like you look at the situation in a very placid way, the clarity of what and where and the direction brings about such an ease that you know what to do. You listen to yourself and you have your heart speak to you, not your head, and you're able to move forward. I give thanks in knowing that by listening to your heart is that you will know exactly what needs to be done as you move forward. I give thanks in the knowingness as I release this, knowing that is true, that Miss J and anybody else who wants a clarity regarding their relations, just relax, listen to the heart. The heart will know as you move forward. And so I give thanks in knowing this by saying, and so it is. Amen. I think that's my list today. So I'm just going to do a general little mental mind treatment for everyone. By the way, thank you for two of you for clicking the thumbs up for me. That's really, I appreciate all these things. I appreciate many things, the comments that are coming pretty well now quite often, which I get to thank you for back when I email back, or actually message back, I guess. And I just want to say thank you for that. I thank you for your subscriptions that are coming in. I want to thank you for the support. And in this coming week and the next week, I just want you to know that you are loved. You are loved with beyond measure than you ever can imagine. And I want you to know that there's so much that you can do, that obstacles often come because your mind has got involved and not listening to who you are. But I want to say, as I move into for each one of us in this coming weeks that do have a lot of tension with them, often a lot of things have expected us, a lot of economic pressure, a lot of other things. I want you to remember the full meaning of this time of the year is solstice, which is happening tomorrow, the 20th here, which will have already happened down under. There is certain light of being. And the light of being that comes in is to know that it is there for you and to allow it in. I was explaining to somebody today that when I first ran into the universal love force many, many years ago, I knew I had to get that energy inside me. Everyone else was really happy to have it out there. Like, oh, goody. And I was going, no, this has got to be inside me. And I've not ever regretted that. Yes, I forget sometimes. I get caught up in my head like a lot of people do. But I do know it's there, and it's always only ever a breath away, a breath and allowing of sinking down. So I am my prayer, my mental mind treatment for everybody this year. When you start to feel pressure, when you start to feel like it's too much, just stop and take a breath and let yourself sink into your body and find that place where the love resides and allow it to fill you back up. And remember, this is what's important. To be at one with the love, to be at one with the light, to be at one with who you truly are. And then just begin, move ahead gently and slowly. Can take a quarter of a second to do that when you're really proficient at it, so that you remember who you truly are. I give thanks in knowing that each and every person has access to this energy. I give absolute gratitude that this energy is available to all of us, to the knowing that no matter what our issue is, we can give it up over to the light and allow ourselves to begin to reap the benefit. I give thanks for everybody who comes on who asks for mental mind treatment, who supports my work. And I let this go because I won't be seeing you for a couple of weeks by saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. Okay, as often, Terry T says, Madam Norma, thank you. I am Terry T, 32. Can I ask Source if there's a man coming my way for love? Okay, in a minute, I'm going to say something. I am single and I am looking forward to being in love. This is more a psychic question, but I have been thinking of doing another time period because I have a quick way of answering people's psychic questions. So I'm going to do this. Terry, can you think of that, please? And I want you to think of three numbers between 1 and 22. I want three numbers. First numbers you think of, if you can put them in, and I'll tell you about that. Otherwise, I would say sorry. But please. Three numbers. I want three numbers between 1 and 22. Okay, 7, 3, and 6. Okay. First of all, you've got to make some changes in how you perceive things and how you go things. That you have a lot of love to give, but it's all confused. And it's like you've got, I don't know, it's like priorities are I hate to say this, but I'm going to, because that's how I get it. It's in the incorrect place. Your priorities are not right. There's got to be a big change. If you want this love to come in that you want so desperately, you're going to need to change some things. And that is letting go of the old way of looking at it, and especially get very clear and knowing. So maybe it's just how you ask the universe for it's like there's something messed up here. It's very, very confusing. And basically, I would say here, concentrate on the love, yes, but allow space too, because when you just fill up with need and want, there's no space for other things to come in. I want you to think about that, about what you've got to let go of, allow yourself to move forward and get out of the confusion. You got to trust and know for what is. Anyway, that's one thing I've been thinking of doing, is doing one of these as a treat every now and again where I do that. I give thanks for each one of you, and I want to wish you well in this coming 2 weeks, and especially over the Christmas period of time and then New Year's, by saying bye for everybody. Lots of love. Enjoy life. I'll be back Wednesday with my Christmas story.